Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a podcast that is titled Boy Roundtable. Now this podcast is brought to you by YouTuber and author Shan Boodram's husband, where he created a podcast called Enjoy the Podcast, where he sat down and discussed the F-boy and nice guy mentality. So I'm going to be reacting to a very short clip of a full episode. If you're interested in watching the full episode, I will be linking all of that information down below in the description box. I also will be leaving links to Shan's YouTube channel as well. Phenomenal content over there. So if you are interested, make sure you check it out. So let's go ahead and get into today's video, where her husband and I'm assuming maybe his friends are discussing the F-boy and nice guy mentality and the things that they have in common. Let's go ahead and get into today's video.
The bottom line is, that's why I was saying, like, the fuckboy is the worst one because
it's not right, but it's one of the easiest ones to be.
Yeah, it is,
because especially if you get good at it.
Yeah,
you're like, why would I have the bakery, or why would I have my cake when I can have the whole bakery? The better you get, and the less you get caught.
Yeah, the harder it is for you to get change.
A lot of times you don't even have to worry about getting caught. You just do your thing. Right? How old are you again?
22.
22. So you're in prime fuck. I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that you are one.
No, I don't.
Oh, he is.
I was a fuckboy. I'm not gonna lie though.
Oh no, the way you're doing this chin shit right there. That's the fuckboy.
The main thing I do though is just like, if I'm not messing with it, like, or they kind of just annoy me, I do a lot of ghosting. I'm not going. That's a fuckboy. That's a fuckboy.
That's like the same. I was gonna ask
you. Okay, so I want to stop it right there. Now, ladies, take notes. Take notes. This is the slice of bread that I wish I would have had when I was like young. And these men are coming onto these platforms and they're having these discussions. And this is the type of content that you need to watch. Instead of watching content that tells you what you need to do, you need to watch content like this, where men are just being raw and just blunt and truthful. Because this is how you can determine how you want to move within your life, how you want to carry yourself within your life, how you choose to deal with men and the type of men that you choose to deal with. Everything that he's saying is about you. The fact that he's 22. Okay, so now you're gonna write down the fact that this man is 22. He's in his F-boy energy, which all men go through this phase, just like all women go through an F-girl or a hoe phase, whatever you want to label that phase, where you're not really trying to settle down, you're just trying to have fun and have experiences, whatever that looks like. Okay, but this man is 22 and he's telling you what it is. He's not ready. He's looking to have a good time. So what does that mean for you as a woman? How do you want to move? And I'm not going to sit up here and give you rules, guidelines, obligations, expectations, and standards. So because I don't know you, I can't tell you what that looks like. Only you know what that looks like. So this is a man that's telling you he's 22, he's in his F-boy energy, and basically he's saying, like, if I'm not with it, I'm out of there. And also, I love how they use the metaphor, why settle for one when you can have the whole bakery? That is just a prime example of how you should carry yourself as a woman and not give into the games that some of these men play in order to get the whole bakery. So I really love this podcast and it's real. Also, I like the fact that these other men are holding this F-boy accountable, because of course he's trying to deflect. He's like, oh no, I'm not an F-boy, da da da, and they're like, no, that's what an F-boy is. So I'm loving this episode. I'm loving this podcast. so far as them being just honest and raw about it, because I feel like that's how we as women can determine what is best for us. A lot of times we try to focus on what's out of our control, and how men move, how they think, their perspective, how they treat you is something that is out of your control. What you allow and what you tolerate is 100% in your control, and that is what you need to focus on. So again, you have a man that is sitting here saying, I'm not with it, I'm 22 years old, I'm just looking to have a good time. So as a woman, you got to determine, when should you even take men seriously? Honestly, I really feel like you shouldn't take any man serious unless they prove to you that they can be taken seriously. But let's move on and see what else he has to say.
I mean, at the end of the day, the fuckboy mentality it's not fulfilling, at least for me. Like,
okay, married man,
being in a committed relationship, like,
wait, while you were a fuckboy was not fulfilling?
No,
I enjoyed it, man. I'm not gonna.
No,
so you felt the void.
I just, you feel me? I just like the freedom. Like, I feel like when I got a girl, like, I feel like I got a PO officer, bro. Yeah, like, yeah. Like, get off my case, like. That's because you do fuckboy shit.
Facts.
You don't gotta give no explanation, nothing. It's just, it's it. Block.
Yo, damn, no, Craig.
Yeah, that's fuckboy.
That's fucked up, bro.
That's a fuckboy right there.
Actually, Craig, why don't you give us some of the traits of fuckboy?
Like, when I stop responding, they'll go hit me up on my other social media. So it's like,
all right, well, there's two sides of that. I will say this: if somebody is not responding to you, right, the writing's on the wall. But then also, don't be a dick, bro.
Right.
Like, just tell them you're not interested.
Exactly.
and
They
then
don't.
especially like,
They don't. That's why they're calling you
if
500
we're talking
times.
like, if I'm hitting you up like once or twice a week, you feel me? It's like, I'm not that involved. I one thing that I will say is, usually
There was a young girl that was on my Instagram live not too long ago, and she was asking me advice about this guy that she ended up having sex with, and he was acting very distant and very cold. And I straight up told her, like the Aries woman that I am, I said, that man does not want you, and he doesn't like you like that. He just wanted sex. And that's just the reality. That's the truth. When a man is acting very distant, very cold, when he has pulled back after having sex with you, most likely he's just not that into you. He just got the one thing that he wanted from you, but he does not want to pursue anything further with you. And so if he finds that you're thinking that it's something more, they tend to pull back. Men tend to pull back, and they tend to distance themselves. So if you find yourself in a situation as a woman where you've given up the cookies, and this man is now all of a sudden, he's switching up on you, he's acting cold, he's acting distant, and he is just not responding as fast to your text messages, he's not calling you back, he's not FaceTiming you back, whatever the situation may be, it's because he's not that into you. And this is why I give the advice that if you're gonna put yourself out there sexually, regardless of what you want the outcome to be, you need to understand that having sex outside of marriage should only be looked at as a experience. And I really don't recommend sex outside of a relationship. And the reason why I say that is because you may find yourself in situations like this. I always tell girls, hold out on sex as long as you possibly can for your benefit. Don't feel pressured to give it up so quick, so easy, because men, I mean, yeah, they can ghost you the first day, or they could ghost you the 10th day or the 12th day, but that buys you more time for this man to develop an attachment to you where he can get to know you on a very personal level without sex being involved. Because once sex is involved, the chase slows down, the chase stops completely, and he has gotten the one thing that he wanted from you. And so now it kind of leaves you in this gray area where you don't even know where things are. You may even feel confused because you're like, okay, I had sex with him, but I don't even know where we stand. Are we in a relationship? Are we working towards a relationship? So when it comes to sex being involved, I feel like as a woman, you should vocalize what you want from it if you are expecting things from the experience of having this sexual interaction. Now, if you're not wanting anything from the sexual interaction, also just let that be known as well. Being upfront and honest will also prevent you from having heartbreak. But then also, in some cases, men do lie. In some cases, a F-boy would lie to you and lead you on and gaslight you and basically pretend like he wants something more from you just to have sex with you. And as a woman, you also have to make this understanding within yourself, like, hey, I may go into this situation and have sex with this man, even though I vocalized beforehand that I want something more, and he told me that he wanted something more, and so we were able to move on to have sex. There is still a possibility that this man just wanted sex from you. So as a woman, you kind of have to mentally prepare yourself for your decision, because the outcome could still be negative. So when you go into it, I feel like you should go into the sexual encounter just understanding the fact, like, hey, this is about me. I'm going into this sexual engagement for myself, for the experience, and I'm just going to leave it at that. If this man does right by me, great. If he doesn't, I'm still going to be okay mentally. I'm still going to be okay with my decision mentally and emotionally. Some women go into it thinking, oh, he told me the truth and I can believe what he's telling me, but in all reality, you can't always believe what men say. You can believe what they do. You can believe their actions. You can bank on their actions more than you can bank on their words, because we live in a time where there are men out here who do lie. There are men out here who gaslight, who breadcrumb, who manipulate, who play on your emotions to get what they want out of you. So when you do come to that decision that, okay, I want to give up the cookie, however, this man could still play me, is that a risk that I'm willing to take? Will I be okay with my decision? I feel like you have to ask yourself that question as a woman before moving forward, because again, you can't bank on what a man says, but you can bank on his actions. Let's see what else they have to say.
He is a really smooth talker.
Smooth operator.
He is able to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to give you all of those things. He's very seductive, and I think partly of that is because he has so much practice with a lot of different women.
Yeah, I think that's also the nice guy.
Ooh.
That's the charmer. I think the nice guy and the fuckboy are very close.
Girl, let me tell you something about the nice guy, girl. The nice guy is nothing but the F-boy. The F-boy is childish. The F-boy is young. But the nice guy, he's a little older. He's a little more seasoned. He's a little more polished. But these F-boys, they're young, dumb, naive. They just gonna be very blunt, rude, and, you know, just honestly an asshole, if I'm being completely honest. But the nice guy, oh, the nice guy's gonna charm you, girl. The nice guy, he could potentially be a narcissist, depending on the situation. So when it comes to the nice guy and the F-boy, they have a lot in common, but the way they do it, the way they carry themselves, is like night and day. So the nice guy is still the F-boy because he's a liar. He's a liar. The nice guy is a liar. This is why I said in a video previous to this one, I literally said the F-boy is the a-hole and the nice guy is the liar. And the reason why I said that is because nice guys will tell you whatever you want to hear, whatever sounds good at the time, but they don't apply any real intentions behind the things that they say or do. So you have to be careful, because a lot of times us women, we get played by the nice guy as well, because we open up to them, we tell them about our past, and we tell them about our trauma and all the past relationships that we've ever been in and all the past trauma relationships that we've ever gone through, and they use that to their advantage. They know how to use that information to play on your emotions to get the same thing that the F-boy wants out of you. The only difference is that the F-boy is more straightforward, more blunt, more cutthroat. Like he said, he will block you. But the nice guy is a little more polished, a little more seasoned, a little more hip to the game, and he's going to play you like a fiddle, especially if he gets you to open up. And if you're the type of woman that's an open book, that is not helping you, and that is allowing any man that is trying to take advantage of you use you to the core, because he's able to get at a space in your emotions and just your whole mentality. He's able to really get into a place that you don't really allow others to see, and so he's able to really manipulate you in ways to where family and friends really don't even understand, because they're like, how is she still in this relationship with this man, or how is she still seeing this guy and he's dogging her out? It's because he was able to get to a level within yourself that you don't allow many to see. And so that's why it's so important that you don't just open up and be an open book, because men who are the nice guys but really the F-boys, they use that against you, and they use it in a way against you to where they are able to play not only on your emotions but your vulnerability, your trauma, things that you've gone through. They get like real tricky with it too. They get tricky with it to where if you open up about a past relationship, like say you open up and said, oh yeah, my ex, I have trust issues because my ex cheated and da 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 da, right? And so he may be running game on you. He may be running game on you, and he'll use that story of you being vulnerable, open up, allowing him in on the fact that you had issues with your ex and now you have trust issues. So now when he's caught red-handed doing something sneaky, doing something that is very similar to your ex, he will use that, oh, you're just being insecure because your ex cheated on you, and now you want to take it out on me, and now you think I'm the bad guy because your ex did you dirty, even though he was caught red-handed doing some sneaky stuff. So he will gaslight you and make you feel like, oh, you just being over the top with it, like if you don't trust me, just say that, even though he was caught red-handed. So you have to be careful of the nice guy, because the nice guy, the only difference between the nice guy and the F-boy is the nice guy is more polished, he's probably older, and he's probably just well seasoned when it comes to dating and women. And so he comes across as the charmer. He will love bomb you. He will tell you all the things that you want to hear. He will tell you how much he loves you, even though he has no real intentions behind the words that he's saying. So that's all that I have regarding this video. I would love your thoughts and opinions. And also, ladies, if you are hip to the game, you're a little more seasoned, please help out the next woman by commenting some advice. How did you deal with the F-boy? How did you deal with the nice guy? What was your experience? Comment down below. I love to create a community within my comment section of women just offering advice, sharing their stories, because it's going to help the next woman, which will help and benefit the community. So please comment down below your thoughts, opinions, and advice down below in the comment section. And if you're new here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're notified for when I upload. This is Real Talk with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.